Good morning, good morning, good morning, you lovely lot. It is Wednesday and day... Oh, it's Thursday, is it? It's Thursday. It's not Wednesday. That means it's day... But it's day 3 of lockdown because lockdown happened Monday night. So I don't even know what day it is. Kenzie's shouting at me from upstairs what day it is. It's all becoming a blur. So first thing I need to do this morning is take Spog up to the garage. I was going to leave it till after all of this had ended, but we don't know how long it's going to be. And actually, the friend who did Lee's car yesterday said, just bring him in. We'll have a quick listen to what the situation is. Just make sure it's safe for you to drive. And I've got to pay Lee's bill anyway, so I've got the money in my pocket. So, and it's literally just up the road. So I'm going to go and do that now. And hopefully won't put us at too much risk. We did stand apart yesterday when he dropped Lee's keys off. So yeah, I'm just going to go and do that. And I guess I'll have to find something constructive and useful to do with my time. Put a load of washing on. Sure I can find more cupboards and drawers and things that need tidying. The house needs a bit of a dust, so I can do that. Yeah, we'll just see what we can do with our time. That should not be making that noise. So I've paid Lee's bill and I've taken Spog to the garage, and they had a little listen to him, and the bracket that was loose before I went to Yorkshire is loose again, but the bolt that James put in it before I went to Yorkshire, because it was missing a bolt, is still there and tight. So he thinks at some point someone's done some work on Spog, probably before I had him, not tightened up these bolts properly, and they've slowly been working their way loose, which is just as well he put a bolt in, because obviously I've done 400 miles since James put the bolt in last week, and goodness knows what would have happened if I hadn't got that other bolt in there. So he said it's all really wobbly, it's a fuel pump and everything, and he doesn't really want me to drive off. He doesn't really want to leave it, and they don't know how much longer they're going to be open for. It's getting hard to get parts and things because 2 of the suppliers have closed, understandably. So he said, obviously I'm not working, don't need to go anywhere, everything's shut. So he said, if I want to, leave Spog with them, and they'll let me know in the next day or so. They've had a cancellation tomorrow, and something they were planning on doing today I think they can't do because of a part. So they've said walk home, and yeah, and then tomorrow I can walk up to pick him back up again if he's fixed. So it's a 2-mile walk home, which is fine because that'll be my form of exercise for today and my bit of fresh air. I do want the boys to go and do something. I'd like Kenzie to go for a bike ride or something, but if worse comes to worse, I'll get them to walk across the fields later where there isn't anybody, and then that way they get a bit of exercise. Brendan's not been out for 2 days. He's been studying on his bed for the most part, and obviously that's not good for him to just stay sat there studying all that time. So he needs to get up and do something today. Right, so I'm walking home. A rookery. All the rooks making their nests. Not a single contrail in that blue sky. In fact, not even a cloud. You all right there? Is this what no school does to you?
Your turn, brother.
Right, your turn, brother.
Yes, brother.
Brother, it is your turn.
Oh, yes, brother. 7.
7.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6.
He's heading that way. Would you like to interrogate anybody?
Do I begin with a bout of schizophrenia or asking myself questions?
It's always a good start.
Might as well.
Did I kill somebody?
Might as well start with a bout of schizophrenia.
Okay, so
Where's a mirror? Is there a mirror in this room?
you're going to interrogate yourself.
You there?
What do you think you killed them with?
Was I in the room with myself? For the wrench, possibly.
Which of us are you asking this to? Which of your alter egos?
It's you first and then him, because it goes from left to
Oh,
right.
does it? Right, okay.
If
So
you've got it.
so what was it? Is it you?
Me with myself. In
Which
the
one are you?
games Room
You're
with the
green,
wrench.
aren't you? With the
You
wrench.
yourself.
In the where?
Green stands for the colour
He
of
just
his
said
medication.
me with myself.
Range room.
Green stands for the colour of his medication.
Mama,
Okay.
He just said.
Keep your voices
He
silent.
said me myself.
Me, myself, and my
Me,
other one.
myself, and I.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, none of your personalities or rooms or anything can be
God damn
found
it,
in my
Scotty.
pile. What does that do?
I don't know.
Well, it depends. I have two of them. Which one?
Well, don't tell us that. Now you're giving stuff away.
See? What
See,
would be
Yeah,
nice
I don't know which
if
two I have.
Because if he's got one, he now knows you've got both.
Don't worry, I don't. So it's gonna be a mystery.
Can you see it? Have you seen the card?
Yeah, see the guy. Oh, I'm coming up the name.
You would be terrible if you were interrogated by the police. You'd give too much away.
Wait, that's the point.
I'm one with the
For someone who is quite mute most of the time, you do say a lot sometimes.
You're not meant to tell lies to the police.
To the police.
Policemen are our friends. They keep
Well, I suppose if you
order.
kill somebody, you should, but then you shouldn't kill people either.
Killing people is bad.
It is bad. My go, is it?
Oh no, hold up. Nothing.
You
happened.
have to... Yeah, you can, but you have to question somebody if you go in a room.
This person went full
I would
schizo.
like Plume.
Plum. Plum is getting thrown all over the place.
perfectly timed.
With the candlestick.
With the candlestick. Can I just ask, is Plum the victim here? Because Plum looks a bit dead.
It's just being shut down the stairs.
No, you're playing trash.
Right, okay, so who are you asking? You got to ask Brendan, yes?
Brendan.
Plum. Brendan, stop beating Plum. We don't know if he's actually guilty of anything.
No, you're playing trash.
Okay, this is very, very expressive. I would like to tell you who, what and where. Who's going to check? I should check, shouldn't I?
Wait, it's my turn.
I meant
no,
to check.
No, it's my
Oh.
turn.
Oh, can't I have my turn anyway?
No, I'm gonna, attempt my wild story.
Attempt it.
Go on then.
Attempt it.
Can you make a guess?
Plum with the pistol in the study. Maybe. No one showed me the
I'm
study
just going
yet.
to wildly guess white wrench living room so that I can
Have a
hide.
look, but I think you'll find you're wrong. And then I'll tell you what my guess is. White wrench living room, yes?
Yeah,
Okay, are you wrong?
yeah.
It's-
not that hoe.
It's... Thank you, it's plum wrench living room.
He beats people to death with winches down. That's what
I meant the wrench, not the wench. Did I get it right?
Was it the wench in the living room? The
I got it right,
the
I got it
wench
right.
In the living room.
It was...
Another...
It was me! I did it! I washed my bunting that I got for the Jubilee and I found it in the loft. And then I've washed Teddy's. So they can come in and now my other laundry can go out. what self-isolation has come to. Good job you're a skinny beanpole, isn't it?
Problem solved. Day safe.
Could you please go get some clothes on so we can go for a walk?
No.
You need exercise. You and your brother have had too much cooped upness. We need to just go for our daily constitutional. Kenzie's grown so much he's actually outgrown his bike. It looks a bit small for him these days. We figured this was probably the safest route to go for a walk. Thankfully, living in the countryside, we are unlikely to come across many people. And I know technically this is my second walk, but I would rather supervise what these two are up to rather than just send them off for a walk, because I'm responsible like that. I've got a project for you. I want you to come back to me in a minute with the code. It's a 4-digit code, okay? You start with 0000, then 0001, 0002. That's your project. Go do that, and then you can have some computer time.
What?
Yeah, go do that. Yeah, and then you can have some computer time. Princess Pipperworm got post, and it actually says that on the envelope. New stickers! Hopefully these ones will stick better in my vein. They did say they were getting new ones, but look, it's got the dogs on. Thanks, guys. I think this afternoon's job is to match Tupperware and bin anything that does not have a corresponding component. And then wipe out the cupboard and put it all back. Well, not all of it, obviously. But the stuff that actually has a matching lid. Have you done it?
Mm-hmm.
Did you work it out? What is it?
1523.
Right, can you write that on the calendar, please? So we remember.
Put that in there, scramble it up.
That didn't take you too long, did it? So you had to try 1,523 attempts.
No.
No? What, you didn't do it systematically?
No, why did I did 1-5 and then just jumbled it up, then it did 2-3, and I was like...
Oh, so you didn't even have to go through 1,523? No. Very good.
I'm going to go on my computer now.
Yeah, no, that's fine. There we are. To be fair, probably don't need these drinks bottles, but you never know when you need a spare, so I'll keep hold of them. And this is everything that has a lid and a base. And then my baking trays are up here. There's a spare lid to something, but I'm pretty certain the box is floating around in the playroom somewhere, so I'm not going to bin it. I've just got a couple of these. I got rid of an awful lot of the other ones. I've just got a few of these ramekin dishes. So that's that job done. That's one bag of non-recyclable plastics that I need to go and bin, and one that I believe is recyclable. So I'll go and dispose of those.
Brendan's annoying me.
It's very dark in here. Is there a reason for that?
Because you don't need lights to play video games.
Can we turn that light off then, please?
Yes.
Thanks.
I'll make it even darker.
Well, I'm fine with it being dark. I just have an objection to you turning the lights on and shutting the curtains when it's sunny.
Why wouldn't you need lights?
Well, you don't need lights, that's fine. Do you need tea, people?
Yes, please.
I'm getting kids where
I'm about to kill someone because Brendan keeps teleporting everywhere and I can't even hit him. So I'm down to 33 health and then he killed me.
He killed you?
Yes.
That's very bad. Don't kill your brother.
Yeah.
Play nicely. It's nearly 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm having a bit of a late lunch stroke early tea because I haven't had anything. I've had a macaroon and a carrot and a yogurt, so I haven't really had a proper meal. So this is Mexican rice, the microwave stuff, some chopped peppers, some chopped spring onions, some chopped small tomatoes, a bit of Nando's, mayonnaise and some cheese. Well, that's going to be an expensive fix. I have just had a phone call and it's a mounting bracket has broken. So the bit that he bolted up, it's actually broken at the back. It's come away from the engine mount, and so they have to take the whole engine out to get the part fitted in to the engine mount. They can't get the part because obviously Renault is shut at the moment, so they can't even get a price on the part. It's going to be about 5 hours labour, which on its own without VAT is nearly £400. Because he's got to take the cam belt off, we may as well do the cam belt as well, which seems sensible to me. So that's another probably £100. And then whatever for the bracket. I am looking at not far off. Well, I don't know. It depends. If the bracket's £60, I'm probably looking at about £800. If the bracket's a couple of £100, I'm looking at probably nearer £1,000 to get Spog fixed. And I can't really drive him. So I'm going to get Lee to drive me up there when he gets in from work. We will limp him home. Thankfully, it's only a couple of miles. And then he's just got to sit, and thankfully we haven't got anywhere to go. We can't go anywhere. So that's something until all of this calms down a bit. And then I'm going to send him into the garage. But I've lost my income. So I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to get Spog fixed. But we're all in the same boat. You know, we are all in the same boat. So we'll just have to see, won't we, how things go. I'm waiting to hear on the government today who will be telling us whether or not we are going to, well, what the self-employed are going to get. There's something been put in place. It's being announced tonight, what package is together for self-employed people who are basically have gone from an income to nothing. Because they've already put stuff in place for 80% of people's wages to still be paid to them by the companies they're employed by while they're shut. So, yeah, I'm just having to hope something comes of that and that we will get something. Anything would be a help. Anything. But yes, I really could have done without that. Really could have done without that. Oh well, what will be, people. So I've just watched the latest press release from the government, and as a self-employed person with many years of books to go back on and tax returns and tax bills paid, they should be able to find me very easily, send me a link to a form that I just fill out online, and the bank, the money will be put straight into my bank. 80% of my average monthly earnings over the last 3 years. That is what they're saying. It probably won't be in place till June, so that's a good couple of months of struggling. I do need to invoice people for March. It won't be a full month, and obviously I was ill in February, and we had half term in February, so again that wouldn't have been a full month. So I was on a lower month last month, and I'm going to be on a lower month this month. But something's better than nothing, and county are due to pay me an interim payment for the children I would have been caring for who were funded. It's been agreed that we still get that money, so that should be coming through April, I think. I'm not sure 100%, but I think April is when that's coming through. So with those things happening, we should be okay. We should be okay. Obviously that doesn't take into account fixing Spog, but I can't get Spog fixed before then anyway, because everything's shut down and it's only essential stuff. So we can't get the part. The garage probably won't be open for much longer, and so there's nothing I can do about that. And, you know, I haven't got £800 to £1,000 to just do it. And I have no need to drive anywhere anyway. So Lee and I'll have to go and do the food shopping and stuff when needed. But other than that, we're meant to be staying in anyway. So I suppose if it's going to break, this is now the time to do it in some ways. I guess. Maybe, I don't, I'm trying to find the bright side. So I'm feeling a bit better about the fact that something will be coming in at some point, and it's a grant, it's not a loan or anything like that. So the money will come in and I don't have to worry then about trying to repay it all off in the future. So it'll just tide us over a bit, which will be good. Right, that's it for now. I will see you lovely lot. Tomorrow, I'd guess. I'll see you tomorrow. Stay safe and thank you for watching.